have mine written down so I stay on track, so I'm just going to get into it. When somebody asks me what Cardinal Key is, like so many family members have, it is so incredibly difficult to put into words exactly what this organization is. Yes, we are a service organization and an honor society, but when that's all I say it is, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to CK. Cardinal Key is so many things that there just are not enough positive words out there to sum it all up. And for all of the seniors and returning girls, I'm sure you can agree with me on that. And for all the new girls, I'm so excited for you to learn that and believe it for yourself. I wasn't sure what all I wanted to include in this speech and what direction to take it. Cardinal Key has been the single greatest impact on my college experience, so it's hard to address that it's ending. My journey to getting here wasn't the smoothest, as I did not get in the first time I rushed. Although I did not know this at the time, I wouldn't have had it any other way, because that encouraged me to take advantage of every opportunity the next year had in store for me. And as a graduating senior, I encourage all new and returning girls to have the same mindset I did. I came in wanting to go on a date with as many people as I could before the school year ended. I wanted to sign up for as many social events and service events as humanly possible, and to continue that through my senior year. And I'm still feeling like I missed out, and that I didn't do as much as I could have. I think the reality of it is, there's always going to be something that we regret not signing up for and attending. The reality is that you can never really have enough Cardinal Key. Even if every second of every hour was filled with blind dates and Manor Care Uno games, I don't think I could have gotten enough. And that is something I am so incredibly grateful for. I could not get enough service, I could not get enough affirmation, I could not get enough love, encouragement, and support, and I, of course, could never get enough snacks. So as I encourage everyone returning next year to try and take advantage of every opportunity thrown at you, I want to thank Cardinal Key for all of the opportunities it has thrown at me this past year. It has given me opportunities to be confident, to be who I truly am without fear of judgment. It has given me opportunities to serve the community in ways I didn't even know could be done. It has given me opportunities to grow in my mindset and to be more accepting of others. It has given me opportunities to learn that it is okay to not be perfect. It has given me opportunities to be overwhelmed by the amount of love a group of 24 other women can give. It has given me opportunities to be humbled by the women that surround me in Wednesday meetings. And most importantly, it has given me opportunities to be moved and grown in multiple ways into the best version of myself. I am 100% a different person coming out of Cardinal Key than I was going in, and CK is something that I will carry with me in my heart throughout my next journeys in life. And I owe that to all the friends I was able to share CK with. To all of the amazing friendships I have made in the short year that I've known you, and as cheesy as it may sound, friends we are and friends will always be, and it's so true. Love you, CK.
Hi everyone, I did not prepare a speech for my senior video. I just didn't really have the exact words I wanted to say, but I did prepare a song, so I'm gonna play it for you guys. I think it kind of sums up how I have felt about Cardinal Key these past 2 years, and just what you guys really mean to me. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called Through My Eyes. How sweet is the song that lingers in my mind, of the words you said to me and the self you helped me find. Farewell, farewell, goodbye, goodbye. face to face, but in memories of this time and in memories of this place, farewell, farewell, goodbye, goodbye. I finally see myself through your eyes. I just want to say I love you guys so much and I miss you so much already.
Hey guys, I have been so blessed to spend time in CK over the past 2.5 years. It's hard to know what to say really, but I'll try to share some of what I've learned and what I've loved. CK has reminded me again and again of the strength that is found in a united group of women. There's no competition here. There's no scarcity mentality. We support one another and we lift one another up. Full stop. I now know what it's like to be empowered by a community of women, and I see now more than ever how our society is starved for environments like CK for that reason. CK is full of world changers, and I know that because we aren't afraid to do the little things. It's so easy to get bogged down by broken systems and broken people and not serve because you don't think it matters, or to have great hopes and aspirations to make a change in the future but miss out on the opportunities to serve in the present. Margaret Mead has a quote that says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. That's what CK is. We show up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to give parking instructions at Barnett. We knock on doors on Halloween, we play Uno, we wash dishes, we sit in the sandbox, we text a stressed friend, and we sit in a circle for 30 minutes giving karma because we just can't contain our appreciation for one another. The small stuff counts, and that is what fills me with the utmost confidence that when I sit in Pershing on Wednesdays at 5:30, I am surrounded by a humble, kind, fierce group of world changers. Women who aren't afraid to be goofy, who share honestly about their hurts and struggles, and who eat a lot of snacks. Women who have compassion and audacity, who aren't afraid to speak up about the things that are wrong, but who also never lose hope that things can get better and that we can be part of the change that gets us there. Women who express genuine empathy and who extend grace to others and to ourselves. Women who know that we can't do it all and that that's okay, because we can do what we can where our feet are. We will do what we can where our feet are. Women who seek opportunities to pull another seat up to the table and who ensure that the people around them know that they matter right now, just as they are. CK is powerful because we see the good and we call it out. And those are the things that change the world. I'm proud to be a CK, and I am so grateful for the ways that CK has shaped me and prepared me. I love you guys so much, and I will miss each of you, and I can't wait until our paths cross again.
Hi guys! Brushing Cardinal Key has been the single most important decision that I've made at college. The decision at the time, when I was submitting my application 15 minutes before the deadline, of course, was one made out of loneliness and an intense desire for more at Truman, as I was coming out of one of the darkest periods in my life. However, after the rush process came and went, and I got more involved in social and service events and made some really fantastic lifelong friends, and all the growth that came with it, I see now that my desire to be in Cardinal Key has grown and evolved into something much more. There is so much that I've learned and gained through my time in this organization that I am over the moon, very grateful for it. I would say that I learned some important lessons. No matter how many times I told myself I would plan ahead, I always rushed to Violet before meeting to print binder pages. Asking for help is not weak or counterproductive or even mean to others. It's good and good for me. Don't hesitate and think that you need to push through everything by yourself. My anxiety is not an instance of folly, but something that I must work with and grow, and I grow stronger every time I do, not again, and as long as I don't work against it. I used to think that I was a quiet, behind-the-scenes leader. I see now that I am strong and a leader with a voice much louder than I originally thought. I am limited only by what I think I can do. When everyone around you is telling you with all their heart that you are worthy and capable, maybe listen to them and take it to heart. I am worthy of every sweet note, encouragement, hug, date, and photo shoot I have ever been a part of or received from CK. While this ending is not the one I imagined, I am still overjoyed by the crazy love and friendship that I have been met with during my 2 years in this organization. I'm forever grateful for the incredible women I've met and loved, especially during this weird time. The amazing and weird women of Adam's fam, my sweet little, the fantastic exec board that I got to serve with this year. And of course, everyone that has ever crossed through the doorway in Pershing 232 or 233, depending on your year. But just overall, you guys, thank you for letting me be Spay. Love you all. Stay safe.
Hello, my CKs. Wow, I can't believe this is like a thing that I'm doing right now. Yeah, crazy. So when I sat down to try and write this little letter thing, I came up with 0 thoughts and only feelings, which is not a shocker at all. It's very much my brand. But I am still going to share all of my feelings because while being in CK, I've learned that sharing your feelings is like one of the most important things that you can do in this organization. Your feelings will be listened to, validated, supported, and they will be kept safe within this group of gals. And most of the time, like, everyone else is either feeling the same thing or has felt it before. And if not those 2 things, then everyone is so like understanding enough to go through your feelings with you. So what I'm feeling, let's start. First and foremost, I like always have felt and still feel this overwhelming sense of gratitude. I feel so grateful to have had the opportunity to serve and to build strong relationships and to learn so much about the women of CK and also myself. I feel so glad that CK found me and took me in and made me realize that I am sought after. Yes, that I'm sought after, I'm weird, I'm unique, and I'm an important part of this place. I feel so proud of this organization and for all that it does for its members and for its community. I also, yes, I do feel sad. I'm leaving what has been this good and life-giving place that I've been in for the past 2 years. I feel so much nostalgia. Me and nostalgia, it's crazy. I feel nostalgia already from the many meetings, retreats, formals I've been to, every social event I've gone to, and every service event that drew me closer to that one CK that I didn't know that well, and also helping me learn that I really love cats. Also, I've been feeling nostalgic about my own pledge season, actually, and how like I came to be, like how I even got here, and my growth in this organization, and that makes me feel so like much excitement and hope for the new girls and this new group going into the new year. I know you guys will rock it, and the old girls will be like right there with you. Okay, so my final advice. Number 1 for me would be to like embrace the trust that is found like all up in this organization. Trust forms here, and it forms very quickly, so take that trust and be vulnerable, ask for help, let people in, and at the same time dig deep and ask questions like, hey, I noticed like you weren't yourself in meeting, like what's up? And you don't have to wear your heart on your sleeve for this to happen either. Sometimes the trust just finds you eventually. Also, you all are so powerful and you have so much to offer and share, and we have so much to learn from you, and so never sell yourself short and give yourself grace and offer it to others as well. I love you guys so much. Thank you for loving Boone so well. Thank you for listening to my comments that I say under my breath. Thank you for chanting with me, helping me make decisions, helping me be a good leader, and always being there for me. I'm gonna miss y'all heckas. I hope you have a good summer, and I hope to see you guys so soon.
Hello everyone! First of all, I cannot believe I'm a senior and actually graduating. I especially cannot believe that I am saying goodbye to my favorite group of people under these weird circumstances. However, I am grateful that I still have the opportunity to share with you some of the faith, trust, fortitude, and wisdom that I've gained over the past few years. I apologize in advance for them actually not following that order, but I had to mix it up for the flow of this speech. I used to think that wisdom was an inherent quality that people either had or did not. I thought the people I looked to for advice had a quality that I would never have. They were sure of themselves, and I was not. They were graceful speakers, and I was not. They were unwavering in the face of adversity, and I was not. CK, I was wrong. Through my time in Cardinal Key, I've become more sure of myself, a better speaker, and dare I say, nearly unwavering in the face of adversity. That might sound pretty self-centered, but I won't apologize because I have spent the majority of my life apologizing. Being overly confident has never been a problem for me. The problem has always been the opposite. I won't go into much detail on this because I know that many of you have felt the same way. You understand. What you might not understand yet is that you don't have to doubt yourself. You don't have to care about others' opinions of you. I can guarantee no person in this organization is at risk of being too confident. That is a lie society tells women so that they are more hesitant to grow into their full potential. Once I started caring less about what people thought of me, I found myself with the most genuine friendships and experiences of my life. Now people in CK will call me wise, and while I still feel sometimes undeserving of that title, I don't reject the compliment. I accept it because I know that I have gained wisdom through the challenges I have overcome. That is something I should be proud of and wear as a badge of honor. I hope that you can all learn to embrace the challenges in these upcoming years. Be true to who you are, ask for help when you need it, and grow into the wisdom that is a seed in your heart right now. Speaking of embracing challenges, I know that you all have the fortitude to get through the many unknowns in CK and in life. I want to touch on the fortitude you will need to serve others through this organization. Every single person in CK is dedicated to service. We talk about how much we love it all rush long. However, I want to talk about something that we don't always acknowledge. Service can be hard. One of my very first times at ManorCare, a confused resident cussed me out after I offered to reel her back to her room and couldn't find where it was. It turned out she didn't know either, but I did not realize at the time how confused she was, and I felt awful. I didn't know what to say. After what felt like an eternity, I found someone who worked there to help me. I felt incredibly defeated. To be completely honest, I did not want to go back to ManorCare after that, but I did. Again and again and again, I went back. Now it is one of my favorite places in this whole world. I have so many happy memories there that I would not have created if I didn't have the fortitude to go back. Not every service event you attend is going to leave you feeling warm and fuzzy inside. It's likely that after some, you will simply feel tired both mentally and physically. Never forget that we don't serve to feel warm and fuzzy inside. We serve to help our community and to challenge ourselves. I hope that even after you have a negative experience in service, and I promise you'll have at least one, that you will have the fortitude to keep signing up. It's okay if working with the geriatric population or kids isn't your thing. I just want you to keep signing up until you find what is. I want you all to trust yourselves and this organization. I remember one year during senior speeches, a graduating member said that it's okay if CK isn't your everything. At the time, I was slightly taken aback. CK certainly was my everything. When a new idea was shut down in another organization, it was embraced by CK. When I felt left out by my friends, I was embraced by CK. Eventually, when I had the chance, I embraced CK by running for president. When I became president, I wanted to make everyone love CK as much as I did. It took me several months to realize that Cardinal Key wasn't a perfect organization, and even though I was in a position of influence, I couldn't make it perfect for everyone either. This crushed me. I wanted to make everyone happy. In case you didn't all realize that this was a delusion, I am here to tell you so. As you embrace your new positions next year, trust that your best is enough. You are not going to make everyone happy all the time. Trust yourself. Accept feedback with an open heart, but don't let it feel like criticism. You are all brought to this organization for a reason. Trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and trust that everyone is trying their best. Trust that when you are struggling, trust CK and tell them that you need help. Trust that you are not expected to be perfect or to give your all to CK. CK is what you make it. If you want to grow in this organization and make it better, you will. I want to end this by saying the faith that I have in this organization is boundless. I know these are weird times for everyone, but there is no one more equipped to bounce back. I have faith that I was brought into Cardinal Key for a reason. I am the best version of myself because of it. When I filled out my senior portfolio, I was asked about a transformative experience. It was hard to pick just one, but Cardinal Key overall stood out. CK has made me the best version of myself. I have more faith in myself and in other people because of it. The love I have for each and every member cannot be put into words. I am not ready to leave this chapter of my life, but I know the lessons I have learned in CK need to be put to use in the real world to help others. I am grateful to CK for giving me more faith in the world. I have faith that every member in CK will dive headfirst next year and continue to make this organization what it is. Thank you all for listening, and I love you all so, so much.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Thanks for coming to my senior speech. So, most of you know that my brand in Cardinal Key was sort of the weird chair yoga girl. This wasn't always the case, though. So, I'm going to tell you guys about my humble beginnings in Cardinal Key. They don't involve yoga at all. So, for my humble beginnings in Cardinal Key, I feel like my beginning was much like what you've heard from many girls in the past. You know, I had this feeling of imposter syndrome and the sense that I was unworthy and unfit to be a Cardinal Key. But I also had high levels of exclusion and feeling misunderstood wrapped up in that. I was having a very rough semester when I joined Cardinal Key, and as a result of that, I ended up missing my first 2 Cardinal Key meetings, and I wasn't able to attend retreat that semester. So in a way, I resonate with you new girls. I resonate with the girls who don't get their full pledge season, because mine was not the typical pledge season. I didn't get all of those first things. But unlike this year, I felt like I was the only one who was missing out. To be honest, I didn't feel like a Cardinal Key. This feeling stuck with me through the second year, and I got to the point at which I decided that it would be the best if I quit. And to be completely honest, it might have been the best for my mental health at the time if I had left CK. But everything ended up the way it was supposed to, and during this year, I finally felt like a Cardinal Key. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but for me, feeling like a Cardinal Key did not come from Love Lockdown, or passing notes, or going to Manor Care. For me, feeling like a CK and feeling at home in this organization came from feeling at home in my own body. It came from learning to love myself. This was the result of a lot of hard work, from saying goodbye to toxic friends in a toxic work environment, lots of counseling, 20 milligrams of Lexapro and 10 milligrams of propranolol for months, every day after, I started. And I'm glad that it happened. And it was a tough journey, but I'm better for it. So what I hope for all of you, from perhaps your own humble beginnings in Cardinal Key or just humble beginnings anywhere, what I hope for you is that at the end of your college experience, that you're able to love yourself, to truly love yourself. May you love yourself enough to speak up
for when you're feeling unheard or misunderstood. May you love yourself enough to lead chair yoga or something similar during your committee reports at meeting. May you love yourself enough to do lip sync and find a spunky friendship in a gal like Molly. May you love yourself enough to resurrect an old nickname and reclaim it during a CK meeting and having some girls chant it over and over again. May you love yourself enough to be 20 minutes late to Hy-Vee breakfast and not feel hated for being late, but feel cherished for showing up. May you love yourself enough to tell your embarrassing moments, to be honest during the question portion of meeting, to talk about your dates and boyfriends and their many faith backgrounds. May you love yourself enough to pass goofy notes to girls like Brie and Katie. May you love yourself enough to sit with Hank and a Manor Care resident in her room for an entire hour listening to the same stories over and over again. May you love yourself enough to be genuine at Rush and to reach out to the girls who did not get in. May you love yourself enough to love CK and its perfectly imperfect members. I just want you all to know that you're worthy, and nothing you do or don't do can ever take away from that. And I just want you all to feel loved and to love yourselves and who you are. So thank you for this time that you've given me. Thank you for loving me when I didn't love myself, and for loving me the same when I finally did. Thank you all for listening to this train wreck of a senior speech, and I just want you to know that I'm here if you ever want to do some virtual chair yoga, or if you just want to talk. Yeah, CK love, everyone.
I've watched so many girls give the same speech. These are the same women that I've looked up to for years and felt inspired by their intelligence, passion, and wisdom. It is unreal that I am now able to give the same speech, and it's even crazier that I can't do this in person. Somebody told me that during this time of loss and change, it's important to write down the things that you will mourn, the things you feel like you're missing out on, acknowledging how it makes you feel, with the hope that you're able to put those things to rest. When I think about my list, it's hard to be sad though, because all the things I will miss about college and Cardinal Key are all the things that make me so happy to think about. I think about all the formal dances, tearing it up on the dance floor with Lily, and non-stop laughter. I think about every Wednesday meeting I was lucky to go to, listening to Spade's embarrassing stories with tears in my eyes, or watching Allie conduct meetings like a true queen. I think about countless songs sung and dances and all the fun that retreat is every year. I think about asking each other really deep questions in a circle on the floor of a creepy AF church building and eating all of the snacks. I think about really hard times I've had during my time at school and sisters who have helped me through it. I think about Bree and Hannah Kay, who were some of the most comforting nursing pals during a really hard year. I think about putting together Rush with the world's best co-chair, who turned out to be such a great friend / borderline spouse, the one and only Erin. Think of all of the Sunshine Fam early morning Hy-Vee breakfasts that I went to, and the one time Marilise and I were late to the fireman's dinner because her pasta exploded everywhere. I think about trick-or-treating with Clarissa and having a little mini crisis about what we were going to do, because senior year is scary sometimes. Think about all of the coffee dates and the walks and the Manor Care visits, which I'll always treasure because of the people I got to be there with. Think about accountability with Molly and Amber, and how much I laugh whenever they're both in the room. It's amazing to think about how big of a role CK has played in my life the past few years, and how much I underestimated this group when I finally got in. I think if I have any wisdom or advice about CK, it's this. CK doesn't stay at Truman or at Wednesday night meetings. Let your CK experiences change your friendships, and let CK inspire your way after all of this goes away. Because everybody deserves some of that Cardinal Key love. Thank you, Cardinal Key, and every one of you for the memes. It's been real.
Hi, Cardinal Key. This is my senior letter. So starting out with economics, who's surprised? But in econ, we always learn about how people follow incentives, and they generally do things in their best interests, and it's not at all a bad thing. It's a very normal thing, but not in Cardinal Key, which is really special. See, Cardinal Key is unlike any organization I've ever been in, and I know that most of you have heard me describe it as magical at Rush, but it's the best word that I can come up to kind of describe how Cardinal Key breaks from the norm in that way. I've never been in an organization that's so committed to loving and serving each other, and I've really struggled, as many of you know, with feeling like I belong in this organization, because sometimes I can be cynical, or I'm really busy and I can't serve for a long time, or I mean even stupid stuff, you know, like I don't write pretty notes relative to some of the notes I hear that are beautiful. But every time I've faltered and I've felt unworthy, there's been a Cardinal Key there to tell me I'm wrong and bring me back. And I think kind of in that way, Cardinal Key is like a successful marriage, because, you know, we're not blind to the faults of ourselves or others, but the priority is on loving, supporting, and encouraging each other. So those faults matter less, and, you know, they're not worth being gossiped about. So I think that's where the magic of Cardinal Key really lies, kind of in prioritizing loving and serving each other. I'm gonna miss you guys a lot. Just I have so many memories of being together, of serving together, like Adam's fam breakfasts, first thing in the morning. It's such a good way to start the morning. Homecoming, both years. You know, we won this year, but like just practicing lip sync, seeing you guys every single night and practicing lip sync. Watching Mamma Mia together, practicing Death Drop, meeting the firemen, serving at Manor Care ice cream socials, and just being in awe of how some of you are so gifted with loving and serving the elderly. Formals are so fun, and we're just there being goofy in ourselves, and the Blue Keys don't know what to do with us. Just that and so many more memories. But Wednesday night have always been a breath of fresh air in a busy week, and I miss you guys a lot. Bye.
Hello. Okay, by now you know I'm awkward, so this is probably gonna be cringy, but it's fine. So I say thank you, CK. I'm totally shocked this year is over. It's gone by so fast, and I don't think it ended the way any of us thought. But I am thankful for my 1 year I had in CK, and I'm thankful for all of the girls that I met and the friendships I was able to make. There's so many girls in CK, and I love them all so dearly, and they've all just made an impact on me, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the constant support and Manor Care. If you haven't been to Manor Care, go when it opens up. You'll learn the best advice from the people there, and it's really awesome. Also, the homecoming memories are something that I probably won't forget. I loved lip sync, and it was such a blast doing it with you gals. Advice for Cardinal Keys going in: just be you. Don't let there be a mold that you're trying to fit into, because you make the mold of CK, so make it what you want it to be. Bring your pets to meeting. It's fun. Be weird, be wild, and remember, the #1 rule is to party. If you don't know that reference, watch the Peanut Butter Falcon. Love you, CK.
Okay, it feels really weird to do this over video, but I will try my best. First of all, I feel guilty because I never did a virtue spotlight during my time in CK.
Second, the reason I never did a virtue spotlight is because I hate speaking in front of people and I'm bad at sharing my feelings. You can ask Megan about that one. But I shall try right now. So I would like to thank CK for giving me a group of friends that I know without a doubt would drop everything to help me. I think that's something pretty rare, especially to be so sure about that for such a large group of people. I'd also like to thank CK for being so overwhelmingly supportive of my coming out. It's a struggle, I'm not gonna lie to you. I came out to my parents several months before I came out on Instagram, and it was pretty rough at the beginning. My parents are from small town conservative Texas, and telling them that I had been #secretly dating a girl was not very fun. They're now pretty supportive, which is awesome, and I'm really thankful for the effort they have put in, but it still stung a lot in the beginning when things weren't so great. But I had the opposite experience with everyone from CK. So many of y'all reached out individually and let me know that you love me and were happy for me, and I felt no judgment at all. It's hard to describe how much that meant to me and still means to me. I was overwhelmed with support, and I think the greatest part about it is that it wasn't weird. Nobody treated me differently or acted like I should have kept it to myself. And I'll be forever thankful to CK for that. You guys made the process so much easier and what it should be for everyone. Lastly, I want to tell the babies how excited I am for y'all. I know this is not what anybody expected or wanted for their first semester of the CK, but I know y'all are going to have a great fall semester. You guys are in great hands, and I have no doubt that you'll be able to get the hang of CK in no time. Have fun, go on dates, sign up for service with a buddy, find you a carpool buddy. You all are wonderful, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to meet you before the corones. That is all that I have. I love and miss you all. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Hello friends. It's definitely 10:30 p.m. on the night this is due, and I'm recording it now, so I can't really sum up Cardinal Key in 3 minutes, and I shouldn't have started this late, but here we are, and we're gonna do it anyway. I've been putting it off because I don't want to acknowledge that I'm actually graduating, but anyway, I'm gonna start with thank yous. So literally thank you to every Cardinal Key past and present. Thank you to all the women who loved on me, trusted and believed in me, taught me things, cried with me, laughed with me, danced with me, got down with me at formal, been spunky weirdos with me, gone on dates with me and had heart-to-hearts, served with me, and let me love them in return. I can't imagine my life without, or my college career without Cardinal Key and all of you in it, and rushing was one of the best decisions that I made in college. That being said, I'm gonna miss you all so much, so definitely text me and keep in touch. I make a great pen pal. I love snail mail, and if you ever find yourself in JC Mo, just text me and we can go to the best hole-in-the-wall food places ever. So I guess some wisdom I'll spew at you. You've heard this a million times, but like when I look back at college, I don't remember the quizzes and the lectures. I definitely remember the time spent with friends and the memories and the laughs we had. So definitely soak up all the time you have with Cardinal Keys and other friends, because you never know when there's going to be a crazy pandemic that takes it away, or the time just flies by. So soak up the time with other people you have around you. And I'm also very passionate about believing that college is the time to discover who you are. It's a very transformative period, and it kind of sets you on the path for the rest of your life. So take the time to reflect on your core self and your values and what's most important to you, and learn to love yourself, because it's so much easier to wholly love others when you love yourself first. As far as Cardinal Key, I really encourage you guys to all get involved. You truly get out of Cardinal Key what you put into Cardinal Key. So go on dates, sign up for service, all that good stuff. Do leadership positions, and Cardinal Key will love you that much more. Do things that are uncomfortable, because these are like the things you grow from the most, whether it be in Cardinal Key or out of Cardinal Key. So sign up for things that you aren't necessarily comfortable with. There's no better environment to do it in than with these supportive girls in Cardinal Key. They will be there alongside you, cheering you on while you do the uncomfortable things. So I really challenge you guys to do that, whether it be a virtue spotlight or a service project, or anything. But I could go on for hours about all the lessons I've learned and all the things that have been great about Cardinal Key in college, but the general summary is Cardinal Key in college has taught me how to love myself so I can better love others, and I think that's something that you guys should all strive to get out of college too. But I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna miss you so much, but I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, CK. First, I would like to just thank Hannah Smiles for so kindly texting me today. to remind me that these speeches were due. I'm a lot of things, but I am not a liar. So I will keep it real with all of you and let you know that I haven't really prepared anything to say. Not because I don't want to say anything, because I definitely do. I love to talk, but I just haven't. But the plus side to that is that you have me truly just speaking from the heart right here, right now. So yeah, let's do this. If I could give anyone in CK a piece of advice, it would be to just try to live in the present, which is so cliche, but I rushed at the end of my junior year, so sometimes that was hard for me because I would think about the past and I would think, why didn't I rush as a sophomore? Like, that would have been great to have a whole nother year. Or I would think to the future and I would think that, oh, I only have this long left in CK. That kind of stinks. And that kept me from really just living in the present sometimes, and taking CK for what it is. And I have big time FOMO. So the times that I was able to just live in the present and make memories with girls in CK and serve to my best ability in the moment, it was the best times. And it was the greatest, most impactful part of CK for me. Missing out is not the only thing I have a fear of. I live in fear a lot, but when I was able to be present in CK, I was able to look around and really just see what has been placed in front of me. And I was able to see girls who were not scared to streak across the quad. I not see it with my own eyes, but just see the bravery in the storytelling. And I was able to just listen to girls like unload their heart during a virtue spotlight. And I was able to see girls who were not scared to let me cut their bangs after a couple glasses of wine and just fully trust. And that was really just the most impactful part of CK to me. I've gotten so much from it. Those are just a few. And I love you all and I miss you all, but I'm not that sad because I know that we'll see each other soon. So, bye.
I've watched so many girls give the same speech. These are the same women that I've looked up to for years and felt inspired by their intelligence, passion, and wisdom. It is unreal that I am now able to give the same speech, and it's even crazier that I can't do this in person. Somebody told me that during this time of loss and change, it's important to write down the things that you will mourn, the things you feel like you're missing out on, acknowledging how it makes you feel, with the hope that you're able to put those things to rest. When I think about my list, it's hard to be sad though, because all the things I will miss about college and Cardinal Key are all the things that make me so happy to think about. I think about all the formal dances, tearing it up on the dance floor with Lily, and non-stop laughter. I think about every Wednesday meeting I was lucky to go to, listening to Spay's embarrassing stories with tears in my eyes, or watching Allie conduct meetings like a true queen. I think about countless songs sung and dances and all the fun that retreat is every year. I think about asking each other really deep questions in a circle on the floor of a creepy AF church building and eating all of the snacks. I think about really hard times I've had during my time at school and sisters who have helped me through it. I think about Bree and Hannah Kay, who were some of the most comforting nursing pals during a really hard year. I think about putting together Rush with the world's best co-chair, who turned out to be such a great friend / borderline spouse, the one and only Erin. Think of all of the Sunshine Fam early morning Hy-Vee breakfasts that I went to, and the one time Marilise and I were late to the fireman's dinner because her pasta exploded everywhere. I think about trick-or-treating with Clarissa and having a little mini crisis about what we were going to do, because senior year is scary sometimes. Think about all of the coffee dates and the walks and the manor care visits, which I'll always treasure because of the people I got to be there with. Think about accountability with Molly and Amber and how much I laugh whenever they're both in the room. It's amazing to think about how big of a role CK has played in my life the past few years, and how much I underestimated this group when I finally got in. I think if I have any wisdom or advice about CK, it's this. CK doesn't stay at Truman or at Wednesday night meetings. Let your CK experiences change your friendships, and let CK inspire your way after all of this goes away. Because everybody deserves some of that Cardinal Key love. Thank you, Cardinal Key, and every one of you for the memes. It's been real.
Hi, Cardinal Key. First, I just want to say that I so wish that I was saying all of this at our retreat and that it wasn't over a video call, because I so wish that I was able to have these last couple months before graduation with you in person, having service events and Wednesday night meetings, and that I just miss you guys, and I'm so bummed that I didn't get to spend more time with you and get to know the new gals more, but that's okay, because I just really hope that this next year you guys just really get to dive into Cardinal Key, because it is incredible and it's been so good for me, and I just love this organization, and so I'm really excited for you to have that. And when I was thinking of what I wanted to share in this little senior speech, I kept thinking of this one example, and I was like, Emily, that's dumb, like, don't talk about that. But the more I thought about it, the more I really wanted to share it with you, because I think it kind of captures what Cardinal Key is to me and to a lot of people. I had bought this pair of yellow pants because they were like $6, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy this pair of yellow pants, and then I never wanted to wear them because they were bright, and I didn't want to stand out, and I didn't think I could pull them off, and I was like, I just was like, I can't wear these. That's ridiculous, Emily. Why'd you buy these? But I finally was like, you know what? You match the cardigan, and I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear them to, I think I wore them to like the activities fair or something. And I was just so hyped up in these yellow pants. Like, all these girls were like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. You look so good. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And it was just, like, I felt so good. And I think that's what Cardinal Key is a lot of the time. It's just like a safe place to try new things and to be yourself, to be bold in ways that you've been afraid to before, because it's just such a community of literal hype women all the time, and just women that are so empowering and that love you so much, and then just want you to be what makes you the best you. And so my advice for all you girls in Cardinal Key is, whatever your yellow pants are, whether that be trying a new scary thing, a leadership position, whatever it may be, a service event that you are afraid of, that you don't think you can do, that you are doubting yourself in, like, Cardinal Key will empower you and support you in whatever it is. So I love you guys and miss you, and go Cardinal Key.
Hello. I completely wrote this in letter form, so I'm going to be staring at my computer, which is behind the camera, so I'm sorry if it's weird, but we're going with it. Hello to my dear CKs. If you are watching this, that means that you've been watching this video for over a half hour, and I just wanted to say thank you for sticking it out to listen to us reminisce about our greatest college memories. And I want each of you to know, whoever is watching, that I love you. You are truly loved, and whether you have just joined or you are a rising senior, I love you. You are in this organization for a reason, so I hope that you can lean into it and take comfort in the fact that you are meant to be here. CK has been one of my favorite parts of college for so many different reasons, and it's hard to explain why it means so much to me. To be surrounded by 25 strong, powerful, kind, caring, and servant-hearted women has left a great impact on me and has helped me to develop into the person that I am today. I don't think I've ever in my life felt the collective encouragement that CK brings, and I don't know if I will ever feel it in the same way again. But the important thing is that I have learned through CK how to encourage and empower others well, and I know that I can bring that with me wherever I go. So thanks for teaching me that, and thanks for showing it to me for the past 2.5 years. Something else that I'm grateful for is the fact that CK encouraged me to be myself and to embrace every part of myself, even the ones that didn't always match with everybody else. At the beginning, it was hard for me because I felt like I was too critical and too blunt and too no-nonsense to fit in with all of you guys who are so incredibly gentle and kind and free-flowing. But as time went on, you loved me so well and encouraged those parts of me and showed me how to use them to benefit CK rather than hide them or pretend they don't exist. And so by senior year, when I said something blunt or critical, I didn't have to hold my breath and fear that I would be rejected because I knew that you guys have my back and you love me for just for who I am. And I'm really grateful for that. So I hope that each of you know that your truest self is welcomed and encouraged at CK. So please don't hide or pretend. The real you is needed here. Also, someone needs to be blunt because I'm going to be gone. And so someone needs to take up that role. CK has taught me what it means to be a part of the community around you and to be with the people in the best way that you can. My college experience changed drastically when I started to get involved with the Kirksville community through CK. I wasn't just attending Truman and consuming from the place around me anymore, but rather I was a part of the community, and this helped it to feel more like home. And I am so excited to continue to love my community as I go on from college. So thanks for showing me what that looks like and for loving the community well. I don't think I have a ton of advice to give you, but I will leave you with a little bit from the book I've been reading recently. It's called Accidental Saints by Nadia Bolz-Weber. It's a good one. She's talking about serving others in one of her chapters, and she makes some really good and important points. She says, "It can be dangerous when we self-importantly place ourselves above the world, waiting to descend on those below so we can be the blessing they've been waiting for, like it or not. We can start to see the poor as supporting characters in a big story about how noble, selfless, and helpful we are." And I think for me, that's a really big possibility of what can happen to me and can happen to all of us in Cardinal Key. I just want you to remember how important the approach is when it comes to serving others and being with the community. Later in the same chapter, she says, "We are all the needy and we are all the ones who meet needs." We are all the needy. Don't forget that. I hope that you can remember these words as you approach your service with humility and love. Again, I love you all very much. Please reach out if you ever need anything. I'll be in St. Louis, so I won't be too far away. Also, my term for nationals will end for another year and a half, so let me know if you have any questions. Love you guys. Bye.